Security, if they're interested in like, hey, I want to open up my own business, I got this great business idea, Newman Smith might be the right place for them. So there is a whole list of, hey, these are the program of study, these are the different courses a student would take when they get into Newman Smith High School. Next one. Creekview also has some wonderful programs. They have the teaching and training. If a student said, I really want to be a coach, I want to be a teacher, they could do the teaching program that we have over at Creekview High School. If they're interested in law enforcement, we got a wonderful program, cybersecurity. So there's a lot of great things that we offer over there. They also have ROTC that students can take. Next one. Ranchview has some great P-Tech programs that are coming in with web development, cybersecurity. They also offer culinary arts, so students are actually learning how to do the cooking, they're learning how to do the hospitality piece, and they actually do it in this facility right here. So like right around the corner is where the students are bussed in and they are actually able to do the cooking, and it's really cool because sometimes they'll bring back like, hey, the students made Rice Krispie treats, why don't you guys try them out, or they'll do bake sales. So it's really cool to see the students actually taking advantage of this. One of the new programs that is going to be coming over is going to be the floral design program. It was originally at Turner this past year, so students are actually learning how to make these beautiful bouquets and getting the certification. And so these are just some of the things that we are offering currently that will be coming for the next school year at Ranchview. Next one. So if you guys wanted to get more information, you can click on that QR code for that, or you can always go to their direct website. But they have the list of all the different courses and the program of study and everything a student would need to take directly on their website. Any questions on CTE? Yes?
Just for lack of knowledge, what is a P-Tech?
P-Tech covers a lot of different areas. It's just a lot of it is dealing with technology. So, yes, ma'am. Yes, please. This is Miss Fisher.
So the TEA and the state of Texas created three different pathways for students to earn college credit through high school credit that are programs. One of them is ECHSs, which are early college high schools. Those courses more focus on students who are trying to get an associate's degree with courses that will transfer to a four-year university. P-Tech courses are more, they're still college credit, but they're more for certification. So the goal of a P-Tech is for students to come out with a certificate that gives them a skill to earn a job that is a living wage job out of high school. So like a cybersecurity P-Tech, a student would graduate with a certificate in like entry-level cybersecurity skills. So they get hired as an experienced person instead of having no experience at all. So the P-Techs that we currently offer, like Ms. Jane said, cybersecurity and is it internet or web design security, that's at Ranchview. Networking, the construction P-Tech is the one that's at Newman Smith along with business, and then the teaching and learning is the one that's at going to be at Creekview. And so like for example, the teaching and learning students could potentially graduate with their entry-level certificate for early childhood daycare. Yeah, but it is more geared towards certification. They will take some classes that will be transferable, but their terminating degree if they complete
elementary there, and look under the digital resources for PAWS and Jobland. It's just getting the kids' feet wet in the world of careers, okay? So if they went there, they could look at the different jobs, they could take a quiz, and at least it talks about what are the things they like, they don't like. So it's just getting their feet wet into that area. They can search for a whole list of jobs. The little pause, he's able to like go around the community like, oh, I want to go to the hospital and see what that's about. So they have some information that's available for kids to at least just start to explore different career options that are out there. Next one. The big one that we have is Zello, and that one is available for students from middle school and high school. And the great thing that we have with Zello is it is a little bit more in depth with the matchmaker, and so students talk a little bit more like on a Likert scale, on like a 5-point scale, on things they really like and don't like. And so based on their answers, they also then look and see about, hey, what type of learner are you? Are you a hands-on learner? Are you, a visual learner? We look at those different things, the learning style, and when they look at all that, there are a list of different careers that would be a best fit for a student. It may not be what the student wants, but at least it's showing based on how you answer these questions of, yes, I really like this, I sort of like it, I really don't know, I don't like this, and I really don't like this. It'll come up with the different career options. It'll come up with different degrees, different education levels that students want, whether it's from an associate's degree all the way up to a bachelor's, a graduate, whatever it is a student wants. Students can look at that. They can look at the different majors that are on there. So it is a one. And so if students are, hey, I'm not really sure, they take something called the ASVAB, and that is an aptitude test. It's a career exploration test. It is used in order to determine whichever level of military service a student can join, but at least it gives them great career exploration options. And one of the great things that we offer is that all the high schools, we do offer the students to take the ASVAB. The scores are typically good for 2 years, and we want the students to take it just to see whatever their likes and dislikes are. It doesn't mean that they're committing to the military if they choose to take this test. It gives them great opportunities and great options. We also have ROTC that is available at Creekview. If students were interested, like, no, this is what I want to do, they can also take some of those JROTC classes directly at Creekview High School for high school credit. Next slide. So this piece we're really excited about for college access. Next slide. So we have something that is the Dallas County Promise. For the past few years, it was only at Newman, Smith, Turner, and Early College. We're excited to announce that this upcoming school years, meaning from the class of 2023 and moving forward, it's going to be offered even at Ranchview and at Creekview. So what that means is it is a last dollar scholarship for students to go to college, okay? Whatever college looks like for them. If it is going to starting like, look, I just want to start at a community college, they're going to have tuition-free education. It's going to be a last dollar scholarship, okay? There are some of them where they cannot get direct admission. Here is the financial aid graduation requirement. So students must complete a financial aid application in order to meet graduation requirement. So that is either completing a FAFSA application, which is a federal application, or there's a TASFA application, which is the Texas application. You don't need to worry about this until senior year, okay? When it's senior year, we will go through this entire process. You don't do both applications. A child will choose to do one. And the way I see it is, regardless of whatever the family income is, there's no harm in having a backup plan in place for your child. So it is a great opportunity, and for a lot of like merit-based aids, need-based aid, you gotta have a financial aid application. And whatever the parent status is, whether a parent is a U.S. citizen, they're not documented, if they're on an H-1 visa, whatever that is, that doesn't matter. It's a matter of whatever the student's status is in this country. Okay? Any questions on that? All right, next slide. So some of the resources that we have available, we gave you guys a little business card. If not, you can grab one when at the end. We do have our elementary, middle school, and high school CCMR guide, where we give you a lot of information. It's probably about 60 pages, so we have the electronic version available. And it's a lot of great information on what you need to expect to help prepare your children for college, career, and military readiness. We also have our Facebook page, we've got Twitter, we've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, and then we're also always available via email. So if anybody has questions, that email will go to our team and we can also answer questions that way. So, we've talked about everything CFB offers. Now let's talk about what you guys can do in order to have a plan for your child. So the first thing is, encourage your child to have a plan, no matter what that plan looks like. If your child is like, look, I really don't like school, okay, that's fine. But at least let's do something so we can get you that livable wage, right? Because we don't want them living in your basement for the next 20 years, right? Looking at what the different career electives are. So if they, let's say, wanted to be a nurse, maybe they should try the biomedical program of study over at Turner High School. So we would rather them learn now, and I'm sure as a parent you guys agree, we would rather them learn now rather than learning with $20,000 in debt, right? So at least give them that opportunity to, hey, if this is really what you want to do, you really want to go into engineering, take the engineering classes. See if this is something you actually want to do, or if you realize, no, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Give yourself the opportunity to at least do that now. Create whatever their goals are. Ask them what their goals are, and of course they're going to probably change every 6 months. But write it out in a visible place. Like, if my goal is I want to get into this university, okay, what are the things they're looking at? They're looking at SAT scores. They're looking at college GPA or high school GPA. They're looking at the rigor of courses. They're looking at extracurriculars. They're looking at volunteering. So what are the things your child needs to do now and get in the habit of, so that way they can get to wherever it is they want to be, okay? And they're going to make mistakes. They're kids. We make mistakes as adults. It's okay if they make a mistake, but let's learn from it, let's grow from it, and let's see whatever we gotta adjust as we move forward in this journey with them. And the big thing, sorry, go back one slide. Meeting deadlines. I know right now in elementary and middle school, deadlines are like, okay, it's a gray area. Also, we have the parent portal. It is really important so that way we're developing that foundation. That's the biggest thing we want you to take away. Develop that foundation, maintain that foundation for your child. The attendance piece is also really critical, not only for, hey, you gotta make sure you have enough seat time, but the material that's being covered in class. We don't want them losing that knowledge that all their other peers are gaining because they're not in school. And then if you see them struggling, English, science, history, they gotta take that. They have 8 classes in their day right now, or 8 classes every 2 days, right? Because we're double blocked right now. So CTE courses they have to take. They gotta take, the first one is gonna be that intro to cosmetology. Second year, they're also gonna do the same thing. Then they're taking those where they're taking that big chunk of class. But if you notice, they also have to take foreign language. They have to have 2 years of that. They have to have a year of physical education. They have to have a year of fine arts. It's a matter of fitting in that puzzle correctly in order to get the courses done that they want. So for the first one, let me think. Let's do, can someone?
Maybe.
Yeah, we can take stickers. Take this. This one.
Okay.
Let's take them. Unless you want to have a green one.
Okay, that will be our seasonal guide on instrumental. That's one. This is our team email.
A pen. I want a pencil. Let's go. Want this?
Military. Military na yan.
Mask. You want this? Transparent mask.
No.
Then teacher can see if you're talking or keeping.
No. Oh, yes, I need to turn my
So these are staying in this screen.
Take these
Pencil ಇದೆ.
pencils.
ఇది అమెరికా తీసుకుంది.
Now this.
సారీ ఇది చాలే. ఫ్రీగా వస్తే ఎన్ని తీసుకున్నా. అక్కడ ఫ్రీగా అన్నీ పెట్టారు, పెన్నులు, ఈ స్నాక్స్. ఇందాక నేను ఒక టేబుల్ చూపించాను కదా, అన్నీ ఫ్రీగా పెడితే మేము అమ్మున ఇది కాదులే.
నాకైతే నేవీ ఉల్టా ఉంది కాబట్టి నేను నేవీ తీసుకున్నా. ఇంకా ఆల్సో
పెన్స్, చాక్లెట్స్, ఇది స్నాక్స్, వాటరు, జ్యూసు, ఇంకొకటి ఏదో స్టిక్కర్ మాత్రం వచ్చింది, బిస్కెట్స్, ఇది వచ్చేసి ఇట్లా పిన్ను. సో అక్కడ ఫ్రీగా పెట్టినారని దెబ్బకొని తీసుకున్నారు. సగం మన ఇండియన్సే ఉన్నారు అక్కడ. ఎక్కడికి పోయినా మన వాళ్ళు ఫ్రీగా అంటే ఎగబడి తీసుకోవడం అదొక అలవాటు. సో మేమేమి తక్కువ ఏం కాదు, అంటే వాళ్ళలో కంపేర్ చేస్తే మేము చాలా తెచ్చుకునేవాళ్ళే. అందరూ
నేవీ కప్ తీసుకున్నా.
సో ఇవి ఫ్రీగా అన్నీ తెచ్చుకున్నాము. చాక్లెట్స్, పెన్ను, నాకు అన్నిట్లో కంటే ఈ పెన్ను ఒకటి బాగా నచ్చింది.
నాకైతే ఇది
సో ఫ్రెండ్స్.